Hi folks, a little bit before 3 o'clock, New Year's Eve, so 12:30:15, 38.0 up here. This thing here tells me it's like 87% humidity, 2.9 degrees. Yeah, the moon's going down, and no, I don't have full batteries. So I figured I'd take you guys up here as I'm trying to put away some stuff. And one of the things I very quickly noted here is how much bigger. I got those things more or less lined up in the back, but how much bigger the 300 is. I mean, it's about a foot longer and about a foot taller. And I'd say several inches wider. Well, not crazy much wider, especially in the back. A little wider in the front. Yeah, I mean, just quite a difference. So anyway, in the meantime, I just wanted to get this up here and get this in a safe spot. And I did that, and I uncovered something else you guys may or may not find interesting. A while ago, on YouTube, I guess it was. I think it was on YouTube. Or maybe the guy had his own website at the time. Guy got one of these Changfa Diesels, one of the China stationary diesels, and he made it up. You know, one of the China alternators to it. And I thought that was so cool. So at the time you were able to get these on eBay. I think this thing was like under 400 delivered back in the day. And there you go. That's all the specs on it. So it's electric start. You can see that green thing sticking off right there. And if you have a really big set of arms and back and everything else, you can actually put a crank on it. You get this thing whipping about with the compression release. Here, that's the compression release. You engage the compression release. You get that whipping about. Big heavy flywheel here, and when you get it up to enough RPM, you drop the compression release, and hope she fires off pretty quickly, because if you got to keep pedaling, so to speak, this thing's got quite a lot of compression. She's going to fire back, and if God forbid if it fires early, you know, if you hit it with some starting fluid, or your diesel fuel has some volatile in it, and it kicks back on you, you know, as you're throwing your weight into it, just picture that handle coming back up and catching you in the kisser, right in the face. Could do you some damage. So I recommend maintaining 12 volts and using the electric starter, obviously. I've seen pictures of these, like this guy's got a headlight here, where they actually use these on the front of a cart, and it drives the cart along, and obviously you use the headlight to see where you're going. This is the alternator head I got for it. I think you guys could see that, right? Hopefully it focused in. Right, there you go. I think you guys could see all that. And that's the controls. I guess with this, you can tickle the field voltage to make sure you're getting the right voltage on it. I mean, the thing is still free. Plenty of compression. I rolled it over here because I want to get it in the garage somehow, and it seems like I'm lacking 6 inches everywhere, so I'm probably going to have to move the toolbox out, squeeze this in, and then Probably pop the toolbox over there for the time being. So that's the story of the Powerhead, or the diesel. I think it's 18 horsepower if I recall, 12 or 18. Might be the smaller one, it might only be the 12. That thing is good for 5,000 or 6,000 watts. But the more interesting story is the thing on the bottom. As you can look at the casters, oh God, and all on it. And obviously I haven't been taking very good care of it, though it was a little rusty before I got it. This thing is meant for mega weight, right? You got to figure there's the same set of casters on the other side of it, and it's mega weight in a very small. You guys could see it's got railed, so to speak, on both sides. It's got an oak floor, and if there wasn't stuff on it, this is from a mint. I guess the feds had a mint in New Jersey, and it seems that a lot of folks keep track of this stuff, or had a relative that worked there, or something like that. So hopefully somebody will be able to fill in the details that I have missing. But I had a friend of mine, Crazy Eddie, from the flea markets, who had a buddy of his, whom I don't recall the guy's name. The guy didn't come to the flea market that frequently, but this is the kind of stuff he would dig up. Carts like this, particularly, racks, stuff like that. According to Crazy Eddie, the guy did cleanouts. So I don't know if he got it directly from the mint, or if he got it from somebody who got it from the mint. Yeah, that story I'm not familiar with. But the pedigree I know of it is that I bought it down in a flea market in Fishkill, New York. There used to be a big flea market. It was an old Mays Plaza. Mays closed, obviously, quite a while ago. Then it was James Way. As a matter of fact, there's a flea market now in what was the old Mays, then became James Way. There's an indoor flea market there. They have a lot of the Asian stuff, the boxes on the floor with a price tag sticking out of them. There's quite a bit of that stuff there, though there's some antiques and other junk too, if anybody ever wants to go there. It's every Saturday and Sunday. Inside starts at 10. Outside, which during the winter is probably a handful of vendors, starts whenever they get there. Whenever the people get there, whenever the vendors get there. Anyway, when the outside market was very big and the inside market didn't exist, that building was just kind of abandoned. That's when I bought the cart, and I got a steal of a deal on the two of them. I think the pair was like $35 or something like that. It was so cheap. I remember thinking of, doing some quick math in my head, saying, wait a minute, I got 8 casters there, the swivel casters front and back. I got 8 casters there that are probably worth quite a bit more than he's charging me for both carts. And then he told me the story that there was a mint in New Jersey, and those carts were for pennies. I don't know if they made everything there or they just made pennies. I'm just telling you the story he told me, right? I don't know. I find most of the stories when I accumulate stuff almost as interesting as the stuff I accumulate. I was waxing philosophic with another YouTuber about... Yeah, there's the second cart. Right, I think you guys could see it, right? You could see the wheels on the bottom there. So, I'm not treating this one very well either. So, yeah, it's interesting. I find a lot of the stories almost as much fun as the stuff, like that compressor there, right? This part of the reefer box, so to speak, was right where those two doors are. And it belonged to a local establishment. They used to deliver cakes all up and down the Hudson Valley, particularly I'm not sure which side of the river they were on, if they were on the Newburgh side or they were on the Poughkeepsie side. The truck might have lived on the Newburgh side of the river. As a matter of fact, it might have lived in Newburgh. But anyway, when the reefer went bad, the guy got rid of the truck. There's the hole I cut in the reefer, right? That white stuff. That's what the truck was made out of. Just took a circular saw and cut the hole. It was quite the carnival of sparks and bad smells. Then I put those doors in, obviously. Anyway, I guess the reefer went bad, so it was no good as a cake truck anymore, and they wanted too much money to fix the reefer. So they sold the truck off, and whoever bought the truck discovered very quickly that the truck was more valuable without the box on it. So they took the box off and sold me the box for $500, including the reefer and all. And then they brought the truck and a bunch of other crap down to, I'm not sure if it was on the Jersey side or the New York side. I have a tendency to believe it was on the Jersey side of the Hudson River down by the city. And they, I guess they have big auctions, and there are ships that go to Africa all the time where they need trucks, and they're not all that worried about what kind of shape the if they smoke a little bit or they have high miles or whatever on them. I guess they're not afraid to take the engines apart and rebuild them there. It had a Isuzu cab. I believe it was an Isuzu cab. It automatic little 4-cylinder diesel. I guess once again in Africa that's a very popular combo. And they sold it off as just a cab and frame, and I guess it was considered fairly valuable there, because once again he sold it and it was gone. All the things I haven't gotten to with winter coming. So I've been rambling now for almost 13 minutes. Let me get off. Folks, I want to thank you all for watching and commenting and subscribing. Remember to keep your feet down, keep your head up, keep your tires down, keep your handlebars up. And folks, please remember to get out there and enjoy all your days. You don't know how many you're going to get, so please do. Remember, please comment, like, subscribe, help me build the channel, and obviously you guys see my comments on your channels. I watch them, and I got to get better at pushing the like button so that it's posted on mine. But let's build each other up. Thanks, folks. Take care now.